There are no doubt going to be a lot of people in my audience who think that I shouldn't be saying stuff like this, who think that it's irresponsible or unhelpful to say stuff like this, but I gotta be honest, I don't really give a shit anymore. I saw this post on Threads, you can pause to read it, but I immediately just felt like, when is it gonna be socially acceptable for us to be honest about the obvious fact that the world's most notorious con man and grifter might not have won that thing fair and square? Like, why are we not even allowing ourselves to have that discussion? It's so ridiculous. For his entire life and career, the man has been primarily known for like three things: his terrible hair, his goofy behavior and mannerisms, and the fact that he is one of the most notorious cheaters and con artists alive. He's so infamously known for cheating at everything that he does that there was an entire book written about it, about how one of the core underpinning philosophy that underrides everything this man does in his life is the idea that life is a game, and if you want to win, you have to be willing to break the rules. You have to be willing to cheat. It's so weird that anytime someone from the left tries to have this conversation publicly, other people from the left jump in the comments to go, let's not be like them. Come on, let's not be conspiracy theorists. Let's not do what they do and undermine the confidence in the American electoral system. We got to accept the results. But that's part of the con. That was one of the key elements of the con. He spent 4 years undermining confidence in the American electoral system. He did this so that he could poison the well of discourse around questioning election results. It's like, imagine a comic book villain who's known for building his personal empire and wealth off of cheating people, off of lying to people and breaking contracts and not paying people he was contracted to pay, off of stealing money from charities. Imagine that person spends 4 to 10 years questioning the integrity of the lottery system. They say that every person who wins the lottery isn't a real winner and that it's a rigged system. Because of this, there are massive investigations into the lottery system. People start looking into the past winners to question the integrity of those wins. Were they legitimate or not? And again and again and again, they find that yes, these wins do seem to be legitimate and there doesn't seem to be any foul play. Now, the big dirty Cheeto has convinced everybody that questioning the integrity of the lottery system is a fool's errand. Anybody who does that is just a sucker who's believing his fake propaganda. And now imagine that guy wins the fucking lottery. Not only does he win it, it turns out he's friends with all of the people who run the lottery. He actually replaced all of the people who used to run it with people who are loyalists to him and his project. Oh my god, it's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. It's so dumb that we're not allowed to have this conversation. It's so dumb that we're like, no, we can't do that. We just have to accept that we got beat by the guy who cheats at everything he's ever done in his life. We just got to accept that this was the one time in his life he actually legitimately won something without cheating. He's like gone on stage several times and been like, yeah, I cheated. I didn't even really win. I cheated. And we're like, he probably meant something else. He partnered with the richest man in the world, and somehow that man's internet company, Starlink, was allowed to be the internet provider for many of the major swing states' polling locations. What the fuck are we even talking about? And at the time, people were like, that's not how rigging an election machine would work. You couldn't rig it through the Wi-Fi. How the fuck do you know? Isn't it at the very least a crazy conflict of interest to have Elon Musk providing the internet for polling stations in swing states? Listen, I understand. I understand that a modem is a piece of tech that is not literally connected to a voting machine. It just provides the internet. I get that. All I'm saying is, like, if the CEO of AT&T were running for president and he said, you know what, I'm going to provide the modems and the internet in all the polling locations in all the swing states free of charge, just my little gift to the American voters, even though we understand that a modem that provides internet is not a piece of tech that traditionally is able to hack into a voting machine, wouldn't it just make sense to not let one of the candidates have their own tech inside of the polling locations just to be safe. I get it. I get that I look like the Charlie Day meme from Always Sunny. I get it. But holy shit, you guys, how else do I need to break it down? Okay, so you're playing poker, right? With a bunch of friends. It's poker night. And there's one guy at the game who every single time he loses, he freaks out and he says that everybody's cheating. And it's really ruining the vibe of game night. Like, it's not fun what a sore loser this asshole is being. At one point, he even makes everybody roll their sleeves up and show that they're not hiding cards. And everybody's like, sure, whatever, dude, fine. And then on the biggest pot of the night, this motherfucker gets a royal flush. And you happen to notice that the ace in his hand is the 5th ace that's hit the table. You've seen 4 other aces hit the table, and that's the 5th ace. There can't be 5 aces. So now you're letting him take your money, even though you know he's probably cheating, because you don't want to be that guy. You guys, Elon Musk paid people to vote for him. That's just illegal. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's not a like, what if? That's just a thing that happened. And while it was happening, we were all saying, you're not allowed to do that. That's cheating. You can't bribe people to vote for a candidate. And he was just doing it. He was like, I'll pay you $1 million if you vote for Donald Trump. And we just watched him do that. And we were all like, you're not, that's against the rules. You can't do that. And they did it anyway, and we're still not allowed to fucking talk about it. What the fuck are you talking about? I just think we should be allowed to talk about it, is all, okay?